When I was 9 years old, I knew I was destined for a career in education. While most kids my age were thinking about the latest toys, what food they would eat when they got home for dinner, or how to avoid turning in homework the next day, I was envisioning my career. But I can't take full credit for that clarity. It was my fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Harriet Ball, who inspired me. She created magic in a school serving a historically underserved community. She showed us where we came from, didn't define where we could go. The way she valued us, believed in us, and lifted us up was nothing short of transformational. And I knew I wanted that magic. And that's why I stand before you today, 36 years later, 21 of those years in education, to share with you what I've learned about the power of transformational leadership and its role in school turnaround. Transformational leadership isn't about a title or authority. It's about a person's ability to create the type of change that causes others to exceed what they thought was possible. And to do this, transformational leaders embodied 4 key qualities. First, they had a clear vision. They knew exactly where they wanted to go and how to inspire others to follow them. A strong vision isn't just about the destination. It's about a person's ability to show others their role in getting there. Second, they understand the importance of building and developing their teams. Transformational leaders understand that lasting change happens when individuals grow. So they invest the time and resources into ensuring their teams have the tools, skills, and encouragement to succeed. Third, they challenge the status quo. Transformational leaders are not afraid to push against the grain when the current systems or practices aren't working. Instead of doing things the way they've always been done, they explore innovative solutions to get at better results. And finally, they foster collective ownership. Transformational leaders build alignment around a shared goal and create an environment where everyone feels connected to the mission. And when truly unified, each person takes responsibility for the success of the whole. These are the characteristics that change transformational leaders. They are able to create teams that exceed things that they thought was possible. Over the past decade, I've worked with dozens of districts, hundreds of leaders, teachers, students, all with the goal of turning failing schools into sustainable successes. In every standout school, the key to lasting change wasn't just with the principal. It's a collective effort. The teachers, leaders, students, parents, and the community all played a role. And at the heart of it all was this shared desire to be better, to rise above the challenges, and to create something extraordinary together. This brings me to a story of a transformational leader I know, Mrs. Erica Brame Manuel. Mrs. Brame had the opportunity to turn around 2 of Texas's failing schools. A key part of her vision was ensuring her teachers had the capacity and the time to teach. So she removed the heavy burden of lesson planning and lesson preparation from their plates, and she gave them the tools and resources needed to be successful. She emphasized lesson internalization because she wanted to make sure the teachers taught in a way that increased student mastery. She wanted to make sure her teachers felt supported. And so in every classroom, there was a learning coach or a teacher's apprentice. And what this opportunity did was not only provide extra support in the classroom, it allowed future teachers to see best practices in the moment. Her vision for support went beyond her teachers. She cultivated a school environment where students were excited about coming every day. Her focus was on both academics and a positive school culture. So they extended the school day, provided additional support in math and reading, developed structured Tier 2 and Tier 3 interventions. And because it was a longer day, Students got the opportunity to develop enrichment classes like cosmetology, robotics, and other exciting opportunities. And what this did was not only provided joy in the school, it increased student engagement. We need more leaders like Mrs. Brain, who was able to, in 1 year, turn a D to an A. Why is this type of leadership important? Because in the 21-22 school year, 564 of Texas schools received a not rated designation. These labels are given to schools that have a domain score or a scale score of less than 70. We need more leaders like Mrs. Brame, who's willing to do the hard work to make the change. What she showed us was what transformational leadership looks like in action. It wasn't about her title or her position. It was about her ability to envision something different, her persistence to challenge the status quo, and her desire to uplift others along the way. She didn't just change school rankings or increase test scores. She transformed lives. Teachers began to love teaching, students regained confidence, and 2 of her own leaders went on to become principals of their own schools. What does this mean? The key takeaway is this. Transformational leadership is not reserved for a select few. It's a choice. It's a mindset. We have to ask ourselves, are we willing to lead the change in the classroom, in a school, or in an entire district? But in order to do that, we have to answer this simple yet powerful question. How can we inspire the type of change that causes others to believe in a better future and work together to create it? I'm Elisha McCardell-Staley. Thank you.